15 Black actresses behind Hollywood's most controversial intimate scenes. What if some of Hollywood's most unforgettable movie scenes weren't remembered because of what happened on screen, but because of the conversations they sparked for decades afterward? Behind every controversial performance is a talented actress making bold, creative choices, often facing criticism, rumors, and intense public scrutiny. In today's video, we're looking beyond the headlines to uncover the real stories behind some of Black Hollywood's most talked about intimate movie scenes. Which performances were misunderstood and which changed careers forever. Stay with us until the end. You may be surprised by what you discover. Before we begin, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Golden Black Legends, and share your thoughts in the comments about which actress's story shocked you the most. Pam Grier. Pam Grier's rise to stardom changed Hollywood at a time when Black actresses were rarely offered powerful leading roles. Emerging as the defining face of the blaxploitation era, she captivated audiences with unforgettable performances in Coffee 1973 and Foxy Brown 1974. Rather than portraying helpless victims, Grier's characters were fearless, intelligent, and determined women who fought back against corruption and injustice. Her commanding screen presence, athletic performances, and unmistakable confidence made her one of the first Black female action stars to achieve international recognition, inspiring countless actresses who followed in her footsteps. One of the most talked about chapters of her career came with Foxy Brown. The film featured several bold, intimate scenes that immediately attracted public attention and sparked debate among critics and moviegoers. Because the scenes appeared unusually realistic for the time, rumors quickly spread, claiming they were filmed without the usual Hollywood techniques. However, no credible evidence has ever confirmed those stories. What has been documented is that director Jack Hill wanted every emotional and romantic moment to support the film's revenge narrative rather than exist simply for shock value. Grier herself consistently emphasized that she approached every scene as a professional actress, carefully balancing vulnerability with strength while ensuring her character always remained in control. The controversy surrounding Foxy Brown ultimately helped increase the film's popularity. Some theaters edited or censored certain sequences, while others promoted the movie's bold reputation, generating widespread curiosity. Instead of harming Grier's career, the publicity established her as one of the most recognizable actresses of the 1970s. More importantly, her performances challenged long-standing stereotypes by presenting a Black woman who was confident, independent, and capable of carrying a major Hollywood production. Decades later, Pam Grier's legacy extends far beyond controversy. Her influence can be seen in generations of actresses who followed her example, and filmmakers continue to celebrate her groundbreaking contributions to cinema. While headlines often focused on daring scenes, her true achievement was proving that talent, determination, and authenticity could redefine how Black women were represented on the big screen, forever changing Hollywood's view of the female action hero. Lisa Bonet became one of America's most recognizable young actresses through The Cosby Show, but she was determined to prove she could do far more than play the innocent teenager audiences adored. That opportunity arrived in 1987 with Angel Heart, a psychological thriller directed by Alan Parker. At only 19 years old, Bonet accepted the demanding role of Epiphany Proudfoot, a mysterious character surrounded by violence, mystery, and mature themes. It was a bold, artistic decision that immediately separated her from the family-friendly image that had defined her early career. Rather than choosing a safe path, she embraced a challenging role that required emotional vulnerability and dramatic depth far beyond anything she had previously attempted. The film quickly became controversial because of its intense love scenes with Mickey Rourke. Their realism led to years of speculation, with rumors claiming the scenes were unsimulated or involved hidden production methods. However, no credible evidence has ever supported those stories. What has been documented is that the production used standard filmmaking techniques, careful editing, and body doubles were necessary to achieve the desired visual effect. Much of the controversy resulted from the film's dark atmosphere and convincing performances rather than anything that actually happened behind the camera. Although Angel Heart earned critical praise, the public reaction dramatically affected Bonet's career. Many viewers struggled to separate her new role from the wholesome character they had known on television. Bill Cosby publicly criticized her decision, and the controversy contributed to professional tensions that eventually changed her relationship with The Cosby Show. Looking back years later, Bonet explained that she was still very young and learning how to navigate Hollywood's pressures while making creative choices for herself. Today, Angel Heart remains one of the defining moments of Lisa Bonet's career. Rather than being remembered for rumors, the film represents her willingness to challenge expectations and pursue artistic growth. Her performance demonstrated courage, ambition, and a desire to be taken seriously as a dramatic actress, proving that sometimes the most controversial career decisions become the ones that shape an artist's lasting legacy. Halle Berry. Halle Berry spent years building a respected acting career before finally receiving the role that transformed her place in Hollywood history. That breakthrough came with Monsters Ball in 2001, where she portrayed Letitia Musgrove, a grieving widow struggling to overcome unimaginable personal loss. The emotionally demanding role required Berry to reveal extraordinary vulnerability while working opposite Billy Bob Thornton. Her fearless performance ultimately earned her the Academy Award for Best Actress, making her the first Black woman ever to win the honor in that category, a milestone that remains historic today. One of the film's most discussed moments was its emotionally intense love scene. Because of its remarkable realism, rumors quickly spread, suggesting that the actors had crossed professional boundaries during filming. Those claims have never been supported by credible evidence. Berry has consistently explained that the sequence was carefully rehearsed with director Mark Forster and built entirely on trust, communication, and professional preparation. The scene was never intended to create controversy for its own sake. Instead, it represented two emotionally broken people, finding comfort during the darkest moments of their lives, making it essential to the film's emotional journey. Berry later described the filming process as emotionally exhausting rather than glamorous. She emphasized that complete honesty as an actress, combined with careful preparation, allowed the scene to feel authentic without sacrificing professionalism. Critics widely praised the sequence because it conveyed grief, loneliness, and healing instead of relying solely on physical intimacy. That emotional depth distinguished Monsters Ball from many other films featuring similar scenes. More than 2 decades later, Halle Berry's performance continues to be celebrated for its courage, emotional power, and artistic excellence. The role permanently changed her career while demonstrating that true commitment to storytelling often requires extraordinary vulnerability. Rather than focusing on decades-old rumors, audiences now recognize Monsters Ball as a landmark achievement that showcased Berry's remarkable talent and helped redefine opportunities for Black actresses throughout Hollywood. Jada Pinkett Smith. Jada Pinkett Smith established herself as one of Hollywood's most versatile actresses by consistently choosing emotionally complex characters. One of her defining performances arrived in Set It Off 1996, directed by F. Gary Gray. Playing Stoney, a young woman driven toward desperate choices after personal tragedy, Jada delivered a performance that balanced strength, vulnerability, and determination. The film became both a commercial success and a cultural landmark, celebrated for its honest portrayal of friendship, hardship, and survival within an underserved community. Among the movie's most memorable moments were several intimate scenes involving Blair Underwood. Their convincing chemistry sparked years of speculation, with internet rumors claiming the scenes were filmed using unusual or secret production methods. However, no reliable evidence has ever confirmed those stories. Like most major Hollywood productions Set It Off relied on professional choreography, carefully planned camera angles, strategic editing, and clear boundaries for every performer. The emotional realism came from the actors' performances rather than any sensational behind-the-scenes events. What truly made those scenes memorable was their importance to the story. Stoney's relationship represented hope, trust, and the possibility of escaping a difficult life. Instead of existing purely for visual impact, the intimate moments deepened the audience's understanding of her emotional journey. Critics praised Jada's ability to communicate vulnerability through subtle expressions and restrained performances, proving that genuine emotion often leaves a stronger impression than explicit imagery. Following the film's success, Jada Pinkett Smith became one of Hollywood's most respected dramatic actresses, continuing to build an impressive career across film, television, and producing. Nearly 30 years later, Set It Off remains a defining work in Black cinema, remembered for its powerful storytelling and outstanding performances rather than the rumors that occasionally surrounded its production. Jada's fearless commitment to authentic storytelling helped transform the film into a lasting classic that continues to resonate with audiences across generations. Sanaa Lathan. Sanaa Lathan established herself as one of Hollywood's most respected actresses through a combination of intelligence, emotional depth, and effortless screen presence. By the early 2000s, she had already earned widespread recognition for films such as Love and Basketball and Brown Sugar, proving she could lead both romantic dramas and major studio productions. In 2003, she appeared opposite Denzel Washington in the crime thriller Out of Time, portraying Anne Marie Harrison, a woman whose complicated relationship with Denzel's character became central to the film's suspense. Although the movie focused primarily on mystery and corruption, one intimate sequence between the two stars quickly attracted attention because of its convincing realism and natural chemistry. Over the years, numerous internet rumors claimed that the scene involved unusual filming methods or crossed professional boundaries. However, there is no credible evidence supporting those stories. Both actors approached the project professionally, relying on rehearsals, camera placement, editing, and experienced direction to create believable emotional tension. Denzel Washington has consistently maintained a reputation for professionalism throughout his career, and no verified production records suggest otherwise. The realism audiences experienced resulted from two accomplished performers fully committing to their characters rather than anything occurring outside accepted filmmaking practices. What truly made the scene memorable was the emotional conflict behind it. Rather than focusing solely on physical intimacy, the sequence reflected trust, deception, and unresolved feelings between two characters whose lives had become dangerously intertwined. Critics praised Sanaa Lathan's restrained performance, noting that subtle facial expressions and emotional timing created far greater impact than explicit imagery ever could. Her ability to communicate vulnerability while maintaining strength further established her reputation as one of Hollywood's finest dramatic actresses. Today, Out of Time remains an important chapter in Sanaa Lathan's career, not because of rumors, but because it showcased her ability to create authentic chemistry alongside one of cinema's greatest actors. Her performance demonstrated that believable intimacy on screen is built through talent, preparation, and emotional honesty, proving that great acting often leaves a stronger impression than controversy ever could. Thandie Newton. Thandie Newton has built an extraordinary career by portraying emotionally complex characters who challenge audiences to confront uncomfortable truths. From Beloved to Westworld, she has consistently chosen roles requiring intelligence, courage, and remarkable emotional range. One of her most discussed performances came in the Academy Award-winning film Crash 2004, directed by Paul Haggis. Playing Christine Thayer Newton delivered one of the film's most emotionally devastating scenes during a traumatic encounter involving racial profiling and abuse of power. Although often mistakenly described as an intimate scene, the sequence was designed to expose humiliation, fear, and systemic injustice, rather than romance or sexuality. Because of its intense realism, the scene generated significant public discussion after the film's release. Some viewers assumed the actors had improvised or that the production had crossed professional boundaries. Those claims have never been supported by credible evidence. Newton has openly explained in interviews that filming the sequence was emotionally difficult because of its disturbing subject matter, not because anything inappropriate occurred during production. Like any major Hollywood film, the scene was carefully rehearsed, choreographed, and supervised to ensure the safety of everyone involved. Critics widely praised Newton's performance, emphasizing that her emotional vulnerability made the audience experience the fear and helplessness her character endured. Rather than relying on explicit content, the power of the sequence came from psychological tension and outstanding acting. Her work helped Crash become one of the most discussed films of its era, eventually winning the Academy Award for Best Picture. Looking back, Thandie Newton's contribution to Crash remains a powerful reminder that emotionally challenging scenes can leave lasting impressions without relying on sensationalism. Her courage lay not in creating controversy, but in portraying painful human experiences with honesty, dignity, and extraordinary emotional control. The performance continues to be recognized as one of the strongest of her career, demonstrating the remarkable power of authentic storytelling. Paula Patton. Paula Patton steadily built a successful Hollywood career through performances that combined confidence, emotional depth, and undeniable screen presence. After appearing in films such as Deja Vu, Precious, and Mission Impossible, Ghost Protocol, she reunited with director Baltasar Kormákur for the 2013 action thriller Two Guns, starring opposite Mark Wahlberg and Denzel Washington. Patton portrayed Deb Reese, a character whose complicated relationships and hidden motivations became central to the film's suspense. Several romantic scenes involving her character attracted considerable attention, with audiences praising the natural chemistry she shared with her co-stars. Following the film's release, online speculation suggested that some intimate moments had been filmed with unusual levels of realism or involved behind-the-scenes drama. Those rumors have never been supported by credible evidence. Like most modern Hollywood productions, Two Guns relied on professional planning, rehearsals, carefully choreographed performances, strategic camera angles, and editing to achieve convincing emotional realism. Patton has consistently approached such scenes with professionalism, emphasizing that trust between actors and filmmakers is essential when portraying vulnerable moments on screen. The discussion surrounding Two Guns demonstrated how quickly public perception can blur the line between fiction and reality. Rather than focusing solely on physical attraction, Patton's performance highlighted the emotional uncertainty surrounding her character's loyalties. Critics noted that her confident performance helped elevate the film beyond a conventional action thriller by giving the relationships greater emotional credibility. Her ability to balance vulnerability with intelligence became one of the movie's strengths. More than a decade later, Paula Patton's career continues to reflect versatility across action drama and suspense. While headlines occasionally focused on the film's romantic sequences, her lasting contribution came from delivering a believable, emotionally layered performance. Her work in Two Guns serves as another reminder that memorable screen chemistry is the result of preparation, talent, and professional collaboration, not the sensational rumors that often follow successful Hollywood productions. Nicole Ari Parker. Nicole Ari Parker steadily built a respected career by choosing intelligent, confident characters rather than relying on conventional Hollywood stereotypes. One of the earliest milestones in her film career came with Boogie Nights 1997, directed by Paul Thomas Anderson. Set within California's adult film industry during the 1970s and 1980s, the movie required several cast members to portray characters working in an environment where sexuality was central to the story. Parker played Becky Barnett, an adult film actress whose presence added authenticity to the film's portrayal of that controversial world. Although her role was relatively brief, it attracted attention because of the film's bold subject matter and realistic depiction of the industry. Because Boogie Nights contained explicit themes, audiences frequently assumed every intimate scene reflected actual events behind the camera. Over the years, internet rumors suggested that Parker had participated in unsimulated scenes or that production methods blurred professional boundaries. However, there is no credible evidence supporting those claims. Like other mainstream Hollywood productions, Boogie Nights relied on carefully planned choreography, editing camera techniques, prosthetics, and professional filmmaking methods to create convincing realism. Parker herself has never claimed that any professional boundaries were crossed during filming. What made the movie controversial was not explicit content alone, but its willingness to explore ambition, addiction, fame, and personal identity through the lives of adult film performers. Critics praised the film for treating its characters as complex human beings rather than stereotypes. Although Parker's screen time was limited, her performance contributed to the authenticity that helped Boogie Nights become one of the most acclaimed films of the 1990s. The controversy surrounding the film reflected its mature themes rather than any verified behind-the-scenes incidents. Looking back today, Nicole Ari Parker's career demonstrates remarkable consistency and professionalism. She successfully moved beyond early supporting roles to become one of television and film's most respected actresses. Her involvement in Boogie Nights remains an example of an actress choosing challenging material without relying on sensationalism, proving that compelling storytelling depends on strong performances rather than the rumors that often follow controversial films. Angela Bassett. Angela Bassett has spent more than 4 decades establishing herself as one of Hollywood's most respected actresses, whether portraying Tina Turner in What's Love Got to Do with It, Queen Ramonda in Black Panther, or countless powerful women throughout film and television. Bassett has consistently combined emotional intensity with remarkable dignity. Among her most memorable romantic performances was How Stella Got Her Groove Back, 1998, where she starred opposite Taye Diggs in a story exploring love, self-discovery, and second chances. The film featured several intimate scenes that became widely discussed because of the noticeable chemistry between the two leading actors. At the time of the film's release, some viewers questioned whether the emotional connection between Bassett and Diggs extended beyond acting. As often happens with convincing on-screen performances, rumors quickly circulated through tabloids and entertainment media. However, no credible evidence has ever suggested that anything inappropriate occurred during production. Bassett has always maintained an exceptionally professional reputation, and the film relied on rehearsals, thoughtful direction, and experienced performances to create believable romantic moments without crossing established filmmaking boundaries. The intimate scenes were important because they reflected Stella's emotional transformation rather than existing purely for visual impact. The story focused on a successful middle-aged woman rediscovering confidence, vulnerability, and joy after years of placing everyone else's needs before her own. Bassett approached those scenes with the same emotional honesty she brought to every dramatic role, allowing audiences to connect with the character's personal journey instead of focusing only on physical intimacy. Critics praised her performance for its maturity, authenticity, and emotional depth. Today, How Stella Got Her Groove Back remains one of Angela Bassett's most beloved films. Rather than being remembered for controversy alone, it is celebrated for challenging stereotypes about age, romance, and black women in leading roles. Bassett's fearless yet graceful performance proved that meaningful, intimate scenes can strengthen a story when supported by outstanding acting, thoughtful direction and complete professionalism. Nia Long. Nia Long became one of the defining faces of 1990s black cinema through performances that blended confidence, warmth, and emotional authenticity. After earning recognition in Boys and the Hood and television appearances on The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, she solidified her reputation with films such as Love Jones, Soul Food, and The Best Man. Throughout her career, Long developed a reputation for portraying intelligent women navigating complicated relationships with honesty and emotional depth. Her performances frequently included romantic scenes that felt genuine because they emphasized connection rather than sensationalism. One of the most memorable examples came in Love Jones 1997, where she starred opposite Lawrence Tate. Their on-screen relationship quickly became one of the most admired romances in modern black cinema. Several intimate moments between the two characters attracted attention because audiences believed the chemistry appeared completely natural. Over the years, rumors occasionally suggested that their connection reflected real-life romance or that certain scenes were only lightly scripted. However, neither claim has been supported by credible evidence. Both actors have consistently credited careful preparation, mutual trust, and strong performances for creating such believable emotional intimacy. Unlike many romantic dramas of the era, Love Jones treated intimacy as an extension of character development rather than a marketing tool. Every romantic sequence revealed more about the couple's emotional struggles, personal ambitions, and fear of vulnerability. Critics praised Long's nuanced performance, noting that she conveyed complicated emotions through subtle expressions instead of dramatic dialogue. Her portrayal helped elevate the film into a lasting cultural classic that continues to influence romantic storytelling decades later. Today, Nia Long remains one of Hollywood's most admired actresses because of her authenticity and consistency. While some of her films generated discussion for their romantic scenes, her lasting legacy comes from creating believable, emotionally rich characters that audiences continue to love. Her work demonstrates that genuine chemistry is built through trust, preparation, and exceptional acting rather than sensational, behind-the-scenes stories or manufactured controversy. Gabrielle Union. Gabrielle Union established herself as one of Hollywood's most recognizable actresses through a career built on confidence, charisma, and emotional authenticity. After memorable appearances in Bring It On and Bad Boys 2, she reached another milestone with Deliver Us from Eva, 2003, where she balanced comedy, romance, and vulnerability in a way that expanded her range as a leading actress. Throughout her career, Union has never shied away from emotionally demanding material, believing that believable relationships on screen require honesty, preparation, and trust between performers. Her performances helped redefine how black women were portrayed in romantic films, presenting characters who were intelligent, independent, and emotionally complex. Several of Union's films have included intimate scenes that attracted public attention because of their natural chemistry and emotional realism. As with many successful romantic dramas, internet rumors occasionally suggested that the performances blurred the line between acting and reality. However, there is no credible evidence supporting those claims. Union has repeatedly explained that intimate scenes are approached like any other dramatic sequence, relying on rehearsals, professional boundaries, and careful collaboration with directors and fellow actors. The authenticity audiences experience comes from performance, not from anything occurring outside accepted filmmaking practices. Rather than using intimacy simply for visual impact, Union consistently chooses projects where romantic moments serve the larger story. Whether portraying a woman learning to trust again or navigating complicated relationships, she emphasizes emotional connection over sensationalism. Critics have frequently praised her ability to create believable chemistry while maintaining dignity and authenticity, allowing audiences to invest in the characters instead of becoming distracted by controversy. More than 2 decades after becoming a Hollywood star, Gabrielle Union continues to earn respect for both her acting and her outspoken advocacy on issues, including women's rights, equality, and workplace safety. Her career demonstrates that genuine screen intimacy is built through talent, preparation, and mutual respect. While some performances spark discussion, her lasting legacy comes from consistently delivering thoughtful, emotionally engaging characters that resonate long after the credits roll. Vivica A. Fox. Vivica A. Fox became one of the defining actresses of the 1990s through a remarkable combination of confidence, versatility, and unmistakable screen presence. Following breakthrough roles in Independence Day and Set It Off, she quickly established herself as a leading figure in both action films and romantic comedies. Among her most memorable performances was Two Can Play That Game 2001, where she portrayed Shantae Smith, a confident relationship expert determined to outsmart her boyfriend's games. The film blended romance and comedy while allowing Fox to showcase both her comedic timing and emotional depth, making it one of her signature performances. Like many successful romantic films, Two Can Play That Game featured several intimate moments that became widely discussed because of the convincing chemistry between the actors. Over time, gossip websites and online forums exaggerated those scenes, suggesting there was more happening behind the camera than professional acting. However, no credible evidence has ever supported those rumors. Fox has consistently maintained a reputation for professionalism, and the production relied on rehearsals, camera angles, editing, and experienced direction to create believable romantic sequences without crossing established industry standards. What made Fox's performances memorable was her ability to balance strength with vulnerability. Even during romantic scenes, her characters maintained confidence, intelligence, and emotional independence. Rather than existing simply to create controversy, those moments advanced the story and revealed important aspects of each character's personality. Critics praised Fox for bringing energy, humor, and authenticity to roles that might otherwise have relied on familiar romantic stereotypes. Today, Vivica A. Fox remains one of Hollywood's most enduring actresses, with a career spanning film, television, producing, and entrepreneurship. While certain scenes from her films occasionally generated public discussion, her success has always rested on talent rather than sensationalism. Her work continues to demonstrate that believable romance on screen is created through outstanding performances, thoughtful storytelling, and professional collaboration, rather than the rumors that often surround popular Hollywood productions. Rosario Dawson. Rosario Dawson has built one of the most diverse careers in modern Hollywood, moving effortlessly between independent dramas, major studio blockbusters, and critically acclaimed television series. Since making her film debut in Kids 1995, she has earned praise for performances in Rent, Sin City, Death Proof, 7 Pounds, and numerous Marvel productions. Throughout her career, Dawson has consistently chosen characters with emotional complexity, often portraying women navigating difficult relationships, personal trauma, and moral conflict. Her willingness to explore challenging material has made her one of the industry's most respected performers. Several of Dawson's films have featured intimate scenes that attracted attention because of their emotional realism and visual intensity. Productions such as Alexander's Sin City and Trance sparked discussion among audiences and critics alike, leading to occasional internet speculation about what happened behind the scenes. However, no credible evidence has ever suggested that those sequences involved anything beyond standard professional filmmaking practices. Dawson has always emphasized the importance of preparation, trust, and communication between actors and directors, ensuring that emotionally vulnerable scenes remain carefully planned and respectfully executed. What distinguishes Dawson's performances is her commitment to emotional truth rather than sensationalism. Even in films containing mature content, she approaches intimate scenes as opportunities to reveal character, strengthen relationships, or advance the story instead of simply attracting attention. Critics have repeatedly praised her ability to convey vulnerability, confidence, and emotional depth, simultaneously making each performance feel authentic without relying on unnecessary controversy. Today, Rosario Dawson is admired not only for her impressive body of work, but also for her humanitarian efforts and advocacy on social and political issues. Her career reflects a consistent dedication to meaningful storytelling across multiple genres. Although some of her performances generated public conversation because of their mature themes, her lasting reputation has been built on professionalism, artistic integrity, and the ability to create compelling characters whose emotional journeys resonate with audiences around the world. Kerry Washington. Kerry Washington has built one of the most distinguished careers in modern Hollywood by choosing roles that combine intelligence, emotional depth, and powerful storytelling. After early performances in films such as Save the Last Dance, Ray, and The Last King of Scotland, she became internationally recognized through Quentin Tarantino's Django Unchained before reaching television superstardom as Olivia Pope in Scandal. Throughout her career, Washington has consistently portrayed women who are strong, emotionally complex, and unwilling to compromise their principles. Her performances have earned Emmy, Golden Globe, and SAG Award nominations while making her one of the entertainment industry's most respected actresses. Among her most discussed performances were the romantic storylines in Scandal, the passionate relationship between Olivia Pope and President Fitzgerald Grant featured numerous intimate scenes that quickly became some of the most talked about moments on network television. Their chemistry was so convincing that viewers frequently speculated about the actors' real-life relationship. However, there has never been credible evidence supporting those rumors. Washington has repeatedly explained that every intimate sequence was carefully rehearsed, professionally choreographed, and built on mutual trust between the cast, directors, and production team. The emotional realism came from exceptional acting rather than anything occurring beyond professional boundaries. What made those scenes memorable was not their physical nature, but the emotional conflict behind them. Olivia and Fitz were constantly torn between love, duty, ambition, and impossible choices, making every romantic encounter essential to the story's dramatic tension. Washington's subtle facial expressions, controlled emotions, and remarkable screen presence allowed audiences to connect deeply with her character without relying on unnecessary sensationalism. Critics praised her ability to balance vulnerability with strength, helping redefine what a black female lead could represent on American television. Today, Kerry Washington remains an acclaimed actress, producer, director, and activist. While some of her performances generated discussion because of their emotional intensity, her lasting legacy is built on talent, professionalism, and meaningful storytelling. She continues proving that authentic on-screen intimacy is created through preparation, trust, and outstanding performances, rather than the rumors that often surround Hollywood's most memorable productions. Tessa Thompson. Tessa Thompson has become one of Hollywood's most versatile actresses by fearlessly taking on roles that challenge expectations and explore complex human relationships. After gaining attention in Dear White People and Selma, she reached global audiences through the Creed franchise, Thor Ragnarok, Westworld, and numerous independent films. Rather than allowing herself to be confined to a single genre, Thompson has built a career defined by artistic ambition, portraying women whose emotional journeys are every bit as compelling as their strength. Her thoughtful approach to acting has earned widespread critical praise while making her one of the most respected performers of her generation. Several of Thompson's films have included intimate scenes that attracted attention because of their emotional honesty and believable chemistry. Productions such as Sylvie's Love Passing and Creed demonstrated her ability to create authentic, romantic connections without relying on excessive explicitness. As her popularity increased, online speculation occasionally suggested that her performances reflected real-life relationships with co-stars. However, no credible evidence has ever supported those claims. Thompson has consistently emphasized that emotionally vulnerable scenes are the result of careful preparation, collaboration, and complete professionalism, with every sequence planned to serve the story rather than generate publicity. What distinguishes Thompson's performances is her remarkable ability to communicate intimacy through emotion instead of spectacle. Whether expressing love, heartbreak, uncertainty, or hope, she focuses on revealing her character's inner life rather than simply creating visually memorable moments. Critics frequently highlight her natural screen presence and subtle acting style, noting that her performances remain emotionally engaging even during the quietest scenes. This approach has helped elevate every project she joins while earning admiration from audiences and filmmakers alike. Today, Tessa Thompson continues expanding her career as both an actress and producer, selecting projects that challenge conventions and celebrate meaningful storytelling. Although some of her films have sparked discussion because of mature themes, her reputation rests on artistic integrity, professionalism, and extraordinary talent. Her career demonstrates that unforgettable screen chemistry comes from emotional truth and exceptional acting, not from sensational rumors or behind-the-scenes speculation. As we wrap up today's countdown, one question still lingers. Which actress do you believe took the biggest career risk with one of Hollywood's most controversial, intimate scenes? While headlines often focused on the controversy, these remarkable women proved that professionalism, talent, and fearless performances are what truly stand the test of time. Their stories remind us that there is often a world of difference between on-screen fiction and behind-the-scenes reality. We'd love to hear your opinion, so leave a comment below and tell us which performance surprised you the most. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for Golden Black Legends so you never miss another fascinating journey into Black Hollywood history.